So this is my second attempt at doing a YouTube live. Again, I didn't tell anyone when I was doing this, so I don't expect anyone to be here live. But it worked out pretty well the first time, and it seemed that many people were able to view this. And this is a quick way to get a video up and posted. So we'll see how it works this time, and maybe this is how I will do it going forward. So when I woke up on Monday morning and started scrolling through the news app on my phone, I saw the numbers, and though they were jarring, I'm sorry to say that it didn't even bother to click on the story. A 7.8 magnitude earthquake had struck southern Turkey and northern Syria, and 2,000 people already were confirmed dead. Apparently, my early morning, well, who am I kidding? It was mid-morning by the time I was awake enough to have any coherent thoughts. Let me start over. Apparently, my mid-morning brain wasn't quite ready to grapple with or comprehend the kind of destruction a 7.8 magnitude earthquake could bring. Whether it is brought on by natural disasters or wars, perhaps I've been so conditioned to reading about death and destruction that numbers like 2,000 dead don't even register anymore. Maybe I'm numb to them. But 2,000 people had died. That's 1/5 of the population of Galion. And I didn't even bother to click on the story. Tuesday morning, 5,000 dead, half the population of Galion. I should send an email out to the prayer chain, I told myself. I didn't. Wednesday morning, the death toll was approaching 10,000 people. The entire population of Galion. I read the story. What can I do? That's half a world away, I tell myself. Thursday morning, the confirmed death toll almost 2 times the population of Galion, and it will certainly continue to rise over the coming weeks and days and months. And now a few more sobering numbers, if that weren't bad enough. 3, 6, and 1. After 3 days, 6 United Nations aid trucks were finally able to enter northwestern Syria. It took 3 days because there is only one route into this region of Syria, and this route was damaged by the earthquake. And why is there only one route in? Because war. That's right. From the Washington Post, rescue efforts in Syria have been hampered by the effects of years of war that divided the country into areas of government and opposition control and ravaged the healthcare system. The United Nations said damage to delivery routes from the quakes has delayed aid to the rebel enclave in Syria's northwest, where millions of people are displaced and many live in camps. Further, the destruction of this region of Syria was made worse because, big surprise here, buildings that have been damaged by war have a hard time withstanding the violent shaking of a 7.8 magnitude earthquake. So what would have already been an enormous humanitarian crisis has been made all the worse by the sin of war. And at this point, you're probably saying, wow, thanks for the uplifting pondering today, Sean. First of all, you're welcome. Second, here's a number that should provide some hope. 100,000. as in there are already 100,000 workers involved in the rescue efforts in the area, and more from the international community are on the way. And as for us, what can we offer? Another number, perhaps 13, as in Psalm 13. In the face of senseless destruction and loss of life, we must offer prayer. We must cry out to the God of creation. We cry out to the Lord for deliverance. We cry out to God to remember God's promises of love and faithfulness to God's people. And when we don't know how or what to pray, we turn to Psalms of lament. Why? Because 19,000 is more. It's more than just a number. 19,000 is a people, children, husbands and wives, siblings, aunts and uncles, mothers and fathers. We must pray and cry out to God. So now I ask us to pray together a slightly modified Psalm 13 for the people of Syria and Turkey. How long, O Lord, will you forget us forever? How long will you hide your face from us? How long must we bear pain in our souls and have sorrow in our hearts all day long? How long shall our enemies be exalted over us? Consider and answer us, O Lord our God. Give light to our eyes, or we will sleep the sleep of death. And our enemies will say, I have prevailed. Our foes will rejoice because we have been shaken. But we trusted in your steadfast love. Our hearts shall rejoice in your salvation. We will sing to the Lord because the Lord has dealt bountifully with us. Yes, we cry out to the Lord and trust that our God will remember God's good creation. Will deal bountifully with us and will continue to bring God's kingdom. The kingdom that was, in fact, inaugurated by Jesus' life, death, and resurrection. We pray that God will bring God's kingdom into its fullness, here and now, not in some distant future. And finally, if you would like to participate in relief efforts in addition to offering prayer, donating through Lutheran World Relief is always a good option. From their website, your generous gift to our emergency response fund will deliver urgent support like temporary shelter and critically needed care and supplies for families who lost their homes. You will reach children, women, and men with the care they need right now, helping them endure immediate hardships and easing their suffering. We will be collecting a special offering on Sunday if you would like to donate then, or you can send a check to First Lutheran with LWR in the memo line. Or if you look down in the details, the description of this video, you can find a link to Lutheran World Relief, particularly support for this earthquake. Thank you for taking the time to join today, and have a blessed rest of your week.